Welcome back to Astro Tina. Today we're diving deep into the most misunderstood and enigmatic planet in Vedic astrology, Rahu, the King of Kalyug. What is Rahu considered the ruler of this age? What is the influence in our life? So stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have a completely different perspective on this shadowy force. So in Vedic astrology, Rahu isn't a physical planet like Jupiter or Venus. It's actually a shadow planet. Rahu is the head of a cosmic serpent, and its counterpart, which is Ketu, is the tail. So together they symbolize the karmic axis of our lives, dictating our deepest desires, obsessions, and spiritual growth. Now, Rahu is the ultimate illusionist, the master of Maya. It governs everything that defies Kalyug, which is materialism, technology, power struggles, deception, and the insatiable hunger for success. In this age of Kalyug, the pursuit of material gains and sensory pleasures is at its peak. Rahu thrives in this environment because it's the planet of ambition and greed. It encourages us to chase power, fame, and desires, things that are often fleeting. But why is Rahu called the King of Kalyug? The scriptures say that Kalyug is a time of confusion and moral decay. Rahu's energy amplifies and magnifies these qualities. It creates illusions that make us forget our true purpose, whether it's the allure of social media, political manipulation, or the chase of wealth. Rahu's influence is everywhere. Now, in your birth chart, Rahu's placement tells us where you'll experience the most karmic lessons. It shows the area of life where you'll be tempted to take shortcuts or where you'll face intense desire and challenges. For example, if you have Rahu in the first house, an obsession with self-image and identity. If you have Rahu in the 10th house, a hunger for fame, power, and career success. If you have Rahu in the 7th house, complex and karmic relationships. So many world leaders and influential figures have a strong Rahu influence. And why is that? Because Rahu gives the drive to break boundaries and achieve the unimaginable, often through unconventional means. Now, let's not forget that Rahu isn't all bad. While it creates illusions and chaos, it also drives innovation and transformation. So without Rahu, humanity wouldn't have progressed as far as it has in terms of science and technology. However, the negative side of Rahu is equally potent. It can lead to addictions, obsession, deception, and betrayal, unethical behavior. It's like a double-edged sword. It gives you, but it also tests you. Now, Rahu's transit lasts about 18 months in each zodiac sign. So when Rahu transits a specific house in your chart, it amplifies that area in your life. For instance, during Rahu's current transit in Aquarius, themes like social movements, futuristic technology, social connectivity, those all come to the forefront. On a personal level, Rahu's transit can either elevate you to new heights or expose areas where you need to grow spiritually. Now, Rahu's energies can be overwhelming, but there are ways to challenge it effectively. Now, here are some tips. Self-awareness. Recognize when you're being consumed by material desires or obsessions. And also spiritual practices. Rahu fears discipline, meditation, chanting, and worshiping. Those can help calm down Rahu's energies. Also to stay grounded. So avoid shortcuts and unethical actions, because they can give quick results, but also will have long-term results and consequences. So remember, Rahu's ultimate purpose is to teach you the difference between illusion and the truth. It's not your enemy. It's your greatest karmic teacher. In the grand cosmic scheme, Rahu is neither good or bad. It's a force of transformation. As the King of Kalyug, Rahu challenges us to rise above the illusion and embrace our highest selves. So now let's look at some good placements for Rahu and its effect. Now, if you have Rahu in your 3rd house, Rahu thrives in the 3rd house, the house of courage, communication, and creativity. It gives you a fearless energy, a sharp intellect, and the ability to innovate. You can excel in media, writing, technology. Now, another really good placement for Rahu is in the 6th house. Now, the 6th house is not considered a good house. It's the house of debt, enemies, your daily routine of ill health. So Rahu in the sixth house is the house of enemies, competition, and health. Here, it turns those obstacles into stepping stones. So you defeat your enemies, you overcome those challenges, and you excel in competitive fields like law, medicine, and politics. So it's a very good placement. Now, Rahu in the 10th house. The 10th house represents career status and public image. Rahu in the 10th house brings fame, power, and influence. Many celebrities and politicians have Rahu here because it gives them this insatiable hunger for success and recognition. Now, if you have Rahu in the 11th house, this is the house of gains, social connections, and aspirations. So Rahu here really amplifies wealth, brings opportunities through networking. You attract influential friends and you achieve large-scale goals. So those are some really good placements to have your Rahu. Now, some less favorable houses for Rahu, which are prone to teach us more through challenges, is the first house, which forces you to balance your ego and your identity. The seventh house, which teaches lessons through relationships and codependency. And also the eighth house, which brings deep transformation and spiritual awakening. Now remember, Rahu's ultimate goal is to lead us from illusion, which is Maya, to the truth, which is moksha. So its lessons may be harsh, but it's meant to be something that helps us to awaken. So Rahu's transit lasts 18 months in each zodiac sign, which significantly impacts individuals and their world. So for example, if you have your Rahu in Aquarius, focuses on technology, social reforms, and connectivity will be on the forefront. If you have your Rahu in Taurus, that amplifies material gains, but also creates attachment to luxury and comforts. Now, during Rahu's transit, pay close attention to the house and its effect on your chart. This will heighten and highlight the areas of karmic lessons and opportunities. Now, Rahu's energy is definitely intense, but you can challenge it in a very constructive way, and here's how. You can do some spiritual practices such as meditation, chanting, worshiping. These definitely do help to balance and calm down the Rahu energy. And also discernment. Learn to distinguish between illusion and reality. Avoid chasing things that seem too good to be true. Because remember, Rahu it's a smoke screen. So everything looks really good, but it really isn't. When you give in to those temptations, to that greed, you definitely do face the consequences of those actions. So if something seems too good to be true, don't chase it, because it probably is too good to be true. And also practice self-discipline. Rahu thrives on chaos, but discipline, whether it's in your habits, your finances, your relationships, can really neutralize that negative effect. So if you have Rahu in a favorable house, embrace its gift and ambition and innovation, but stay grounded and ethical, as Rahu can tempt you to take shortcuts. So Rahu definitely is the king of the Kalyug. It's a planet of extremes. It can lead you to unimaginable success or profound self-realization, but only if you master its lessons. Now, what's your Rahu placement? Are you thriving under its influence or struggling with its challenges? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Astro Tina for more cosmic wisdom. Until next time, stay grounded and stay cosmic.